What is up, guys? Matt here from the Toasty Bros, and I'm here to introduce Sandy, the $250 gaming PC build. Before I get into this video, if you want to know the specifics on how I got the hardware and the story behind the creation of this PC, hit the I in the top right corner to check out a video I made all about the creation of Sandy. So who is Sandy? Sandy is a PC created from buying used hardware on Craigslist and eBay. I created Sandy for a Scrapyard Wars inspired build competition between me and several other tech YouTubers. Nerd on a Budget, OzTalksHW, Tech by Matt, and ScatterVolt Tech. We had a max budget of $250, but even then, I only ended up spending $220 on Sandy. As far as rules go, this is what's going on for this competition. The goal price is $250, and for every $1 you go over $250 will be counted as $2, which in return takes away from your total score that will be added up at the end of the competition. You can't reuse parts that you already have, and your PCs are going to be graded on running the following suite of benchmarks: Unigine Heaven, Cinebench R15, GTA 5, Shadow of Mordor, and 3D Mark Firestrike. But the most exciting part about this contest is that all our PCs are going to be judged by the used hardware guru himself, Tech City, on his YouTube channel coming up sometime in the near future. So go check him out and subscribe if you haven't already so you can catch that video when it goes live. For those who didn't see the first video, I will let you all in on the basics of this build. Sandy is mainly based around a Dell Vostro 480 pre-built system with a few key changes to it. I purchased it for $100 plus $30 shipping on eBay, featuring the following specs. Sandy has an Intel Core i5 2400 3.2 GHz quad-core processor, 8GB of DDR3 RAM, a Dell pre-boot motherboard, Corsair CX 500W bronze power supply, and a 500GB 7200 RPM Seagate hard drive. After purchasing the system, the only real thing I needed was a graphics card, and for $90 I was able to pick up the XFX 7950 3GB video card. As for day-to-day performance, this PC can pretty much handle anything. Web browsing and watching Twitch streams is pretty much seamless, and the Core i5 does seem to handle pretty much anything you throw at it. If it was needed, there was an upgrade path to where I could go out and pick up either an i7 2600 or 3770. This will really bring extra performance along with the hyper-threading capabilities. So what about gaming performance? Well, the numbers speak for themselves. In Unigine Heaven, we get an average FPS of 42 at 1080p, with an overall score of 1079. The minimum and max frame rates are very respectable as well, being 20 at the low and 52 at the high. I would attest the 20 FPS to a few stutters here and there. On to 3D Mark Firestrike, where we got a score of 6,188, which isn't anything special, but that is to be expected with a test like Firestrike that brings even the highest caliber of PCs to its knees. Cinebench R15 shows the capabilities of this little Sandy Bridge i5, pulling out a score of 431. The non-hyper-threaded i5 shows it's very limited in multi-threaded workloads, so I wouldn't see this being a very solid workstation PC. However, for gaming, the score is very respectable. In the OpenCL test built in the Cinebench R15, we get an average FPS of about 76. Pretty solid performance. Now into some real gaming tests. In the games that we played, the settings were fine-tuned a little bit, but all the settings will be located in the description down below if you're interested on what we did. What we ended up with in GTA 5 was a max FPS of 132, a minimum of 20, and an overall average of 98. I would attest that low minimum to the scene switching within the GTA 5 benchmark, because in real gaming tests, as I did just for a sanity check, I really never noticed any significant drops like the ones shown in the built-in benchmark utility. For the last test, I tested Shadow of Mordor using its benchmark utility on the high preset. The results pretty much conclude what I think of this PC, with a max frame rate of 108, a minimum of 50, and an average of 73. Sandy is one hell of a PC for what only ended up costing around $190 minus shipping. The 7950 shows that even today it's a viable card at 1080p, along with the i5 2400 showing how well Intel's Sandy Bridge line of CPUs has aged over the past 5 years. Now that you have seen the numbers, what do you all think? leave a comment down below letting me know. This was an awesome build to do and I'm very impressed with what I was able to put together for such a cheap price. Be sure to check out all the other YouTubers' builds, link in the description down below, and be sure to subscribe to Tech City's channel as well for the final judging showdown of all the PCs coming very shortly. Special thanks to him for being a part of this really awesome collaboration. I think that pretty much wraps it up. If you like this video, leave a like down below and comment what you think. If you want to get updates on everything Toasty Bros, be sure to follow us on Twitter and also follow us on Twitch if you want to see more content from us in a live format. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Peace out.